What's up, guys? Let me just say this right now. This whole clip is probably gonna be loud because I have to have my windows down and the heat absolutely cranked. So that kind of gives it away. But I'll go into a little bit more story when we get to Ryan's house. But basically, I was at Silver Lake last weekend. Me, Hunter, Ryan, my wife, Ben, and his girlfriend, we all went to Silver Lake. And it's a sand dune pit, if you don't know what Silver Lake is, which most of you probably don't. Silver Lake's this big sand dune area, state park. Basically, we were ripping around. There's an area where the hills aren't too bad. And I said, screw it, I'm gonna try and do it in two-wheel drive. And I did it, the truck did it, but I had the thing pinned in second gear, probably 6,000 RPMs the entire time trying to climb hills for about 2 minutes. And when I came off the hills and parked, the truck was at like 230 degrees. So I just let the coolant circulate for a little bit, let it go down to about 210, and then I shut it off. Mind you, I have a 180 thermostat, so it shouldn't even, like 210's somewhat normal. Like when I run at the track, by the end of the quarter mile, I've seen this thing be at 210 before. So that's not unnormal, but 230, that's 40, 50 degrees, way over where it should be, and that's too high for motor in general. Now, the truck is still fine, like I'm driving it right now. But the day after that was the day we left to come home. It's a 3-hour trip back home. And I started up, and within 5 minutes, this thing was overheating to about 230 again. And all we know is I don't have a clutch fan, and the E-fan is working. So it's gotta be something to do with the thermostat or the water pump. That's our two guesses right now. I got a thermostat, another 180, I just ordered it, came in today. I also got an OEM water pump that we're gonna mess with today, because tomorrow I'm racing the truck and I wanna get this thing figured out and done because I'm racing the truck. And not only that, I'm lowering it. I'm starting to lower it too. And this was kind of a big curveball into the whole situation, but it is what it is. I've got the heat cranked, windows down, and I'm about to get on the 60-mile-an-hour roads. So when I get to Ryan's, I'll hit you guys up there. So right now, if most of you guys that are watching, if any of you guys owning a Ram with a normal thermostat, this is usually where it would sit, maybe even a little lower. But mine with a 180, it sits right over top that, so not the first needle, that second one, the littler needle, it sits right over top of that at about 180, 185. And obviously I still got that thermostat in, and you can see that it's still climbing. I had to drive like this all the way home. It was a 3-hour drive. And my wife and I, we had the windows down and the heat blaring, and this is exactly where it stayed. I set cruise at 60 like I am now, and it just stayed right at the top there. So I'm trying to get this thing to Ryan's as fast as possible, shut it off, because working on it's gonna suck. Well, this is as far as I make it. The thing was climbing. Look at that. That's probably 235, 240. Ryan's house is right freaking down the road, but it's like a mile down the road. I don't want to keep pushing it. Or let it sit for a minute. She's getting up there. She's getting up there, but this house is right here. I got the hood cracked, and I'm just cruising as fast as I can till I let enough air in, but as low as I can, not turn a bunch of RPMs. Here's his house. This is dumb. Hope it's something easy. Okay, well, did make it here. I really am thinking it's a thermostat, or we're gonna change it, but it's just with the things it's been doing, even pulling in here, it finally started to cool back down as I pulled in. Okay, well, the other thing we're doing today is starting to lower it. So I ordered my 4.6 drop. That won't be here for another maybe 3 weeks or so. So for the time being, I'm going to pull my leveling kit out. And then if we have time today, just because it's temporary, thinking about cutting the springs to do a 2-inch drop in the rear so that it's level. You know, it'll be stock suspension and everything, but it'll just be, instead of nosediving, it'll be level like this, drop in the rear 2 inches, because these trucks nosedive from factory 2 inches. We'll see about that. I at least want to get the what do you call them, the pucks out for the leveling kit today. And then I do have a set of street tires I'm going to put on it. But as for tomorrow, that don't matter because I also want to roast those Trutracs off before I put the street tires on it, and obviously I can't do that when my truck overheats. So that's why they're still on there. But I think while I wait for this thing to cool down, yeah, I'll probably start pulling the leveling kit off. All right, well, real quick, an update here. I've got this leveling kit, pulling it out has been a real pain. I've got everything undone except for this bottom bolt. This bottom bolt will spin freely until about right here, and it will not come out. So we've been messing with this, but while we're waiting, the cooling system has cooled down pretty fair amount. So now we're gonna drain it and put the new thermostat in. There it is.
Well, if it wasn't junk, it's junk now.
Okay, here's a new 180. See if that takes care of it. Alright, we put the new one in. Now I'm just gonna start filling it up. Alright, where's the temp on this thing? Oh, right there.
Yeah. Mine's telepathic. I don't even have to have a gauge. This thing's full of blue smoke. $185.
Okay, she went up to 192, and now you can see she's dropping down. So
we used to go racing, dude.
I think that was it. All right, guys. So we fixed the cooling issue. All over the place right now because I'm trying to get this done before nighttime and not have the truck bricked here in Ryan's driveway. So before we got this bolt out, I checked all of this stuff that was gonna be hard on this side, and it all came right out. So that means I am gonna still do it. Pull the leveling kit. All we got to do is get this bolt out, which it's stuck in the bushing, but once we get it out, we're good. Well, finally got her out. The threads are kind of toast, but we're gonna send it anyways. I don't think I use much of them anyway. I think I can only go to like here. I'm gonna put it on and see how well it goes on. Both struts are out. And both leveling kit pucks are out. So now we just gotta throw them in, which is gonna go in easier than it came out. All right, guys, everything's bolted up. Got the struts back in. Just gotta, when we drop the truck down, we'll put the sway bar back up. Otherwise, she's ready to go. Well, guys, that was definitely it. I'm super happy. I'm really glad it wasn't the water pump. I really don't want to have to do that the night before I go racing. Glad it was just an easy thermostat. And then, yeah, pulled the level. That's all done. So truck's looking kind of weird, but it's also looking kind of good. So I'm excited for tomorrow. All right, guys, it's day 2 of the video I'm making. This is what the truck looks like during the day. Suspension truck now. And then I was gonna do a pass in this full weight, but the line's a little long, so I don't want to waste any time, so I'm just gonna start pulling weight now. Last thing I ran was a 13.8, so I'm hoping to get lower, at least a tenth lower today. That'd be kind of cool. I only had like 2 hits last time too, so I haven't done a lot of testing on this converter yet. All right, got all the weight pulled, back seat pulled, spare tire pulled, tailgate pulled. On the small wheels, pulled the air filter. Ryan even pulled half of his back seat and his spare tire. Ready?
Let's get teched in.
All right, we're going to get teched in. All right, guys. Well, just because Jalen has my camera, I'm gonna just talk in my phone real fast. 13. I'll show you. Best time yet so far, 13.7. Last time was 13.8. 13.7 is still a 1.8 60 foot, but I got that 60 foot down. If I can hit a 1.7 60 foot, that would be sick. I'm gonna try again. Ryan ran. He ran the same time, even though dropping his weight. So he's thinking about getting different wheels and tires to race on, and then maybe getting a flex fuel tune. He's not gonna run again. However, I'm gonna run again. All right, guys, well, obviously I got walked by that Nova, but we're about to find out what I got here. Thank you. Well, it did get a little slower. 13.8, still a 1.8 60 foot, slower 60 foot, but I'm gonna go right away again. It'll cool down enough. This trans cooler's mint on this thing. I just did a pull and it's still only at 142. Temps back down to 180, so we're good there. But yeah, 13.8, same mile an hour. Mile an hour the same every time, 94. So that one, 13.89, it just keeps getting slower. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna put the everything back in the truck, and call it good from here. Call it good from here. It's getting hotter out. I mean, it's staying pretty consistent. Did 13.7, then 13.8, 13.8. I did two 1.87 60 foots, I believe. Yeah, 1.82. 187, 187, everything keeps getting slower as we go on, so I'm just gonna call it good there. All right, guys, so thank you for watching. Really glad I'm able to hit the track this year as much as I have. It's kind of cool to think the first, back in 2019, I only hit the track once, and then last year I hit it twice, and this year this is my fourth video of the track, and going again soon after this video anyway, and then hopefully again after I cam the truck. So I'm glad to be able to do a lot of track time with this truck and really get used to it and feel it and get some seat time, even though it's for time specs it's slow, but for the truck itself it's doing pretty decent. Building my times down as much as I can here and there, so glad I was able to hit a 13.7. Next step is lower it and then hit the track again, see if that improved it at all, and then in mid-September it's pretty much official. I've got everything for the cam. It's actually getting dropped off today. Everything else I need for the cam. So I will be able to, me and Ryan will be able to start tearing the truck apart and throw the cam in. So I'm super excited for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next vlog.